great to see you. Is this Mrs. Curtis? Wait, what? I look different. What's different? My hair is different. And I'll tell you why in a little bit. But first, I want to sing a song with you. Look at my song. There's my song. It's hard to see it. Let me see if I can see it. Hold it with my paws. There you go. It says, the bear went over the mountain. Yep, up and over. So let's sing our song together. It's a really easy song. Put it down right there. It says, the bear went over the mountain. The bear went over the mountain. The bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. And all that he could see, and all that he could see was the other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain was all that he could see. The bear went on an adventure up over the mountain to see what he could see, but all he could see was the other side of the mountain. I wonder what was on the other side of the mountain. Was it the same thing on his side? I don't know. So let's go ahead and put my song aside. And I have our letter of today. Let's see, what letter is that? Is it W? There's uppercase W and lowercase w. W says w, w, like watermelon. And the bear went over the mountain. And on this side, it's a sign language W. You can hold up 3 fingers. I think you can hold up 3 of my paws. Maybe. There we go. I'm making a W. Just like that. W. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And what does W say? It says W. W. I like watermelon. You all know I'm allergic to it, so I can't eat it. But I know a lot of you all like to have watermelon, especially when the weather's getting warm. Watermelon is super duper good. Well, I am wearing my special dress-up costume because I have a story about someone who likes to dress up. But before I start that story, I have some other special friends to show you. You might recognize them. This guy here, this is Aaron. Look at Aaron. There he is. What kind of animal is Aaron? Anyone know? But Aaron looks a little wild. Look at his eyes. They're looking up. His arms are up. His feet are kind of up too. There's Aaron. We'll put Aaron back down over here. And then I have Emil. Look at Emil. Emil's a handsome guy. He's looking straight at you. There he is. There's Emil. He looks like he's kind of confident. He knows what's going on. And then I have Zippy. Uh-oh. Zippy keeps falling off his base. His foot broke when I took him out of the box. Look, there's Zippy. Zippy looks a little bashful. Look at the way his eyes are looking kind of up. He's looking a little sideways, like he's not sure. He doesn't want to look straight at you. Maybe he's bashful. I'm kind of lay Zippy on his side so he doesn't want to stand up. This guy here is Bernard. Look at Bernard. Ooh, look at him. He looks mischievous. He looks like he wants to get into something, doesn't he? Look at that face. That's a mischievous looking face is what Bernard has. Then I have Moshi. Here's Moshi. Moshi looks happy. Look at him looking at you. It's all smiles. He's like, hey, what's going on? That's Moshi. He's kicking his feet up. And here's Goat Boy. Goat Boy's a little bit smaller. Goat Boy's having some fun. He's figuring out what he's going to do. And then, last but not least, you all might know this guy. It's Max. There's Max. Y'all recognize him? He has his scepter. He has his crown. He's dancing around. What story is Max from? Do you all know? I'm going to go ahead and put Max back over here and we'll see what story he's from. I'm going to take off my paws because it's really hard to read a book with paws. So here's my story. Do you all know this one? It says, Where the Wild Things Are. Stories and pictures by Maurice Sendak. There he is. I'm going to open the book all the way up because the illustration goes all the way around. I can't open it all the way though because it'll break the binding. But look, there's the front cover. One of the Wild Things. Do you remember what his name is? And I see on the front cover is also a sailboat. And on the back cover, some more trees and the moon. There's a river going through there, or a stream. So let's see what happens and where the wild things are. It's another winner of a Caldecott medal. We read another Caldecott book before. This one doesn't have the medal on the front though. It's an interesting picture. Looks like when I look out my screen window, the screen kind of messes the picture up some. Where the wild things are. Ooh, look at that. There's some of our friends. And there's Max. What's he doing? The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. What's he doing? Looks like he's nailing a hole in the wall. I know I'd get mad if my kids nailed a hole in the wall. And he dressed up in his wolf suit. It's like he's trying to make a tent. He probably should have asked his mom the best way to do that instead of nailing a hole in the wall. But he made mischief of one kind and another. Uh-oh. He's chasing the dog. Is that a very nice thing to do? Do you see the picture up there? It says, Bye, Max. His mother called him Wild Thing. And Max said, I'll eat you up. So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Have you ever gotten in trouble before? You're goofing around, you get a little bit too wild, and then you get in trouble? Yep, that happened to Max. I'm not sure what that was. But he got in trouble. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. Wow. And grew. I see Max giggling. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. and an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max. It says Max. And he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks, and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Look at them. Do you think Max was scared? Let's look at his face. How's he feeling? Let's see what happens. Till Max said, "Be still!" and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Look at what they're doing. I see the moon up there. I see Max. Look at his mouth. What kind of sounds do you think he's making? Look at them all jumping up and down. And oh, so cool. What are they doing? Do you all ever do things like that? And some more wild stuff. I see Max. He's up on Bernard's shoulders. My girls like right on my shoulders when they were little. "Now stop," Max said, and sent all the wild things off to bed without any supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being the king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved them goodbye, and sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. The end page. That's a good story of Max and where the wild things are. Max was dressed up in his suit, and you know what? It's fun to dress up sometimes. I dressed up in my paw scarf. That's a lot of fun. I dressed up in my wig. Sometimes I can dress up and I can wear different hats. Bowler hat. It doesn't really fit my head. I have a big head, especially when I have a wig on. And I can wear this hat. I can wear it with the big flower in the front. Isn't that so fancy? You can't see my face. I can wear it with the big flower. Ah, my wig's all messed up. In the back. Those are my hats. You all have seen pictures of My feathers. When I wore my bird costume and I had blue hair and a big feather tutu. So my feathers I can wear sometimes for dress up. Dress up play is a lot of fun. I know some of you have dress up clothes at home. I didn't really have dress up clothes when I was little, but I'd borrow my mom and dad's clothes and I'd dress up in those. Those were fun too. But you have to ask first. You can't just take their stuff. It's fun to like walk around in their high-heeled shoes. It was fun. My mom had some dance costumes that I used to wear. It's a lot of fun to play dress up. So maybe you all can find some things to dress up in. Take some pictures and show me what you all did. You can tell me a story about the wild things. And put lots of activities down below. I'm going to email them to you too. So I want to see what you all do. Love you. Bye.